I should say one of the scariest we ever did was in Indonesia when we did 2 nights at a stadium, and all the rich kids could afford the tickets and the poor kids couldn't. And they kept them all outside the stadium. And we were all standing on stage, and the next minute we see a big fire at the back of the stadium. And there was these 2 big King Kong doors like at the back of the stadium. And all of a sudden, there's a big fire opened, and these 2 doors come
It was like King Kong, though, wasn't it?
And they made a gauntlet of all these guys in uniform with bamboo canes, and they beat the kids senseless running to the stage. Now, all these kids had broke in, and they had looted the mall, and when we left the venue afterwards, it was like the LA riots. The ticket office was burned, all the trucks were turned over on fire, everything burned. So the next night, we played 2 nights. The next night, they made a mile cordon around the stadium that nobody could come in with inside that unless they had a ticket. And we were all sitting backstage, and we were talking to security, go, yeah, they're all holding. And all of a sudden it goes, oh, they broke through on the east side. They'll be here in about an hour. And the doors came down again, and they all piled in again. I mean, we're going out the next day, and it's complete carnage. I mean, there's cars burnt out, the ticket office was burnt. It was just
crazy.
Like a riot, LA riot.
The band coming into the venue, when they were driving through the crowd in a minibus, the crowd actually picked it up off the floor. They stopped the van and picked it up, and the guy was there revving the engine trying to move forward, and the people, they were holding it up off the floor. So the way the band were quite scared by this, and the way they actually got out the venue at the end of the night is Bob Bender, one of the security guy, said, get me an ambulance. And he put him in an ambulance, and the band drove out the stadium in an ambulance, and the crowd
that's just one of them.
Just partied.
There's been a lot more, trust me. Me and Mick did the one with AC/DC and Metallica, which was just after the coup in Moscow. And we have some amazing footage of what went on with that million people in that field. Mick goes, you want to see what's going out here? There was riots and riot police beating them. It was just unbelievable. I'd never seen carnage like it in my life. You know, at the end of the day, after doing Metallica, regardless of what we go through, there's a certain vibe you get out of Metallica, and this is something I'll dearly miss when I leave. Is when you I sit on that desk and you mix it to the band. There's a great show. He has a great show. Regardless of what's gone down in the day, when you walk away from that, it makes it all really worth it. You know what I mean? You go, wow, I felt good after it. You know, time to open a decent bottle of Pernod, and you know, and then see what we're gonna get the next day. You know what I mean?